Hey, this is Chris from Guitarist Magazine.
I'm Lee from Andertons.
And we're here with Justin Norville from Fender, who's going to talk us through 2015's new limited edition models at the Namm show in Anaheim, California.
Thanks a lot. We're really excited. We're calling it the 10 for 15 program. This year we have 10 limited instruments, 500 each worldwide, that are going to start coming out in March, and one's going to come out every single different month. Some are pretty simple takes on standard instruments, and then some are a little bit more offbeat and different. We're always trying to make different types of instruments. We're always experimenting in R&D, and a lot of times these things don't see the light of day, and we just decided to kind of bring some of these things out and show them to the light. There's 10 instruments, and we started off with some of the more simple ones. Everybody's always asking about hardtails, so we did a 70s hardtail instrument. So people that love Stratocasters, there's only a few Strats in the line with hardtails, like the Robert Cray. So this is a great new addition to the line.
How's that? Haven't we had these already? Because I thought, or was that American Special that had
These just came out. That's the first one.
So this is the American Special.
Is the one. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So these, because you said they started in March,
Yeah.
but these I'm pretty sure we've had already.
Yeah, we're going to start. The program is going to start promoting itselp in March.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool. So this you can already get from Andertons, and actually Rob and I have done a video on this already. But it's a
I've
great
done a
guitar.
video for guitarists as well.
We were kind of thinking that this was all perhaps inspired by the Edge. You know, your new board person.
He's one of the most influential guitarists of the last, half century. So, including to myself. But, in the 70s aesthetic, which was once kind of maybe more of a dark horse in the Fender lineup, is really, for Generation X and beyond, people like myself, it's really the resonant Fender that you grew up knowing and loving.
I think it's an interesting point on that 70s thing, isn't it? Because stylistically, the 70s Strat is very, very cool.
Yeah.
And it was only some of the sort of the tweaks and changes to spec that people criticised, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
So what you've kind of done here is you've stuck with the sort of the specification that is more tried and tested.
The aesthetic stays the same, but then we fix the rest of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And even the 3-bolt was a great neck design. It was just its execution was a little bit off. So it's a fantastic one. So
this is either a completely black guitar or the Sunburst with the black plate.
Absolutely.
Then what's number two?
Number two is just an American standard Stratocaster in a metallic black with all blacked out with an ebony fingerboard. So we usually don't do a lot of ebony. It's maple or rosewood. People are always asking about it. It's a highly requested feature. So again, just a little player-centric tweak on a model. Very classic, very easy, elegant looking.
Regular standard Strat pickups on it?
Everything is regular, so it's got the custom shop 50s.
Can you get that sparkle? Because
it's like a black
subtle,
mirror.
It's quite subtle, but it's kind of going to look great, I think, under lights. Yeah,
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. Then as the program wears on, they start to get a little bit more differentiated. This is an HH American Standard Telecaster with block inlays. So it's just adding a little bit, it's kind of dressing it up in a white and black, a kind of tuxedoed out Stratocaster. And obviously with a little higher gain twin head pickups, it's a really great...
it's amazing how much just the block inlays and the humbucker of the bridge changes everything.
It kind of reminds me of one of the Telebration Teles, didn't you?
Yes, we did one of the block inlays. It was a 62 Telecaster that was bounds. Yeah, absolutely. The next one we have is an oiled Ash Stratocaster American Standard.
Lovely.
Absolutely, and everybody knows, the less finish on a guitar, the better. As far as resonance and its ability to project and really vibrate and reverberate and be heard. So it's really the thinnest oiled finish that we could do. It feels beautiful, and it's really a toneful instrument. It sounds fantastic. And Ash, obviously a celebrated Fender wood, and to just have a nice, beautiful piece of Ash. We were talking about that, well known in the 70s. Not something that we do all the time, but it's a pretty well known aesthetic. Cool. The next one is probably the quirkiest or most offbeat one, but it was quite fun. With other guitars we've done, like in the Pawn Shop series and some of that, we like to kind of experiment with history and put different things together. As in the 60s, there was that whole era of the Swinger, the Marauder, and all those different types of guitars. We took a stock American Standard Telecaster and made it a double cut, which is pretty creative, pretty interesting looking, and it looks quite right actually. It looks you know, the pickguard actually, you know, a normal Tele pickguard flows all the way up to here. So the subtlety of that design was actually quite difficult to achieve to make it look like it worked and like it balanced. Guaranteed to be a collector's item. You know, there's nothing else like it out there. But very cool.
Cool.
Next one's down here. This is a American vintage 50s vintage hot rod Telecaster in a one-piece reclaimed Redwood body. So we talk about vintage guitars being 50 years or so old. This wood is from a 100-year-old tree that was used in some building that was taken apart and has been repurposed to have a new life as a creative tool in a musical instrument. So it is one piece, oil finish, resonates. This wood has seen years and years of humidity and drying out, and it is completely stable, rock solid, toneful. It's beautiful as well, collectible. It's a great story and it's a great instrument.
And Californian wood as well, which is kind of a great link to Fender's heritage.
Yeah, the Redwood forest, you know, you couldn't get much more American than that. This is an American Deluxe Stratocaster. Obviously many guitars are made out of mahogany, not many Fenders are, and this is a mahogany American Deluxe. And we slimmed it a little bit, as you noticed, just a couple millimeters.
Can I feel the weight?
So yeah.
Doesn't feel any real different, does it?
No, it's a little bit substantial, but it's a little sleeker, it's a little more aerodynamic, and with the thinning, it's kind of nice. It's got a nice feel. It's actually a hand-stained finish and then a burst around the edges, so it's really nice and beautiful. This is kind of one of the most interesting ones. California is where Fender's from. The surf culture in the 60s was kind of at the boom of, when Fender came out. So this is kind of owing to the old longboard designs of Fender surfboards. And it's got the laser etched logo on it. And it's also got the clear backplate so you can see all the fit and finish inside and the pickups. It's got a Shawbucker limited edition neck plate. It's ash, rosewood, maple, rosewood, mahogany. So very nice. Very cool.
Great.
Beautiful fit and finish with the top mounted pickups, etc.
I love that backplate because it's a real surprise, actually.
Yeah. It's a little gift. So 52 Tele is an iconic guitar. Karina is an iconic 50s guitar wood. So no better combination than taking a 52 Tele and putting a Karina body with a blackguard finish on it. We're really excited about this one.
Is that very light?
This one is actually quite heavy.
Oh, really?
Karina's a pretty heavy wood.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so used to, on the Gibson stuff, when you see a Karina, it being a bit lighter than you'd normally expect it to be. But
some of these different. This one, and we're going to slim a couple millimeters off this one as well for weight relief. And then always Fender, there's many anniversaries because there's so many models. 1965 was the birth year of the Mustang, so this is actually the 50th anniversary of the Mustang. So from the student model to the stage, and this is a take on a more modernistic Mustang, owing to the old competition stripe that we used to do, but it's inlaid throughout the entire body.
I was about to say it's an inlay because you can see that this piece of wood here is part of this piece of wood, isn't it? That's really pretty.
It's laminated all the way through with two P90 pickups and laser engraved logo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite sweet, that, isn't it? Yeah.
So one of these is coming out each month on like a calendar cycle. You guys are actually ahead of the curve. You're like you're first.
We love to be ahead of the curve.
First to the market, and we're just excited to be talking about this all year. Really, we are. We're all guitar players. We're always experimenting. We're always playing with pickups, listening to things and wood. And these are creative tools of sonic self-expression. We make our art so people can make their art. And anything that inspires someone to want to pick up a guitar and play, we're all happy about. So, we're really excited to have these. Something for everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lee. Pleasure.